Pink can got me straight while capitalism on my pinky ring. I mean, baby, don't you know it's making that I got weight on it? If you hope it's gonna crash, don't wait on it. Big bank always say little bit, I got match 401k on it. Gold reserves on my teeth, so what's a brick gonna do to me? I started cooling all these countries just to have on niggas stay on it. Look, white fur coat, navy blue slacks, bloodstained red bone, stepping on the nest. I give a check to the pop so they can do it next. All that talk about equality, I put that shit to rest. Ice cold chain, only right that this pimpin' gets arrest. Did to minorities, now guess who's next? I've been fucking folks over since the 1600s. Same shit in the 21st. Good Samaritans do my dirty work. See, it's dirty, but it works. Any works work, it works till they ass can't work. Drop dead, good work. What you say about my system, bitch? Watch it first. I'm in a donkey brown Cadillac. Acting ass still ass. Want money at? Want money at? Want motherfucking money at? See, baby, you just a hold of my minimum slave. I mean, minimum wage. 15 by the hour, tax breaks never give you a break. I said I need my fucking money today. And no one won't go to the potholes, only a road. But it's for the biggest gang out mode. I'm talking beaches with big news. I eat the keys of the country, my hoes. Listen, I've been pimping since pimping was pimping. That's the names how I'm living. Make Buffalo's my bitch, so them niggas stop bitching. Andrew Jackson, Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump. But see, that's just my chillin'. Hatred and bigotry, look at my history. They following my visions. All to say, that's just a game. Ain't no fun in you winning. And your life was set up from beginning. And you hoes think capitalism gonna help you like this pimping? That's ridiculous, now listen. I said a pimp remains a pimp by keeping bitches paying rent. Okay, a pimp remains a pimp by keeping busting like you tricking. That's a trick. You think capitalism gonna help you get like this? Let me break it down real quick, baby. A pimp don't stay a pimp by having hoes getting rich. I own these streets, probably taxi. You just my bitch. I collect and collect, so you don't own shit. You know shit ain't free, so get off my dick. I thought slavery would show your ass that I ain't shit. Had them niggas build me up, it was brick by brick. Land of the free, I'm lying straight through my list. I keep the immigrants covered so the blade gon' shift. And that's the thing about it, I won't let you think to die. The money, money, money. I never let you breathe without it. I never let you sleep without it. Remember, you can get like me. I let you marry, get and dream about it. Brainwash and manipulate it. I just like to sing about it. You just gotta be about it. Grind hard, get the bad. Never gonna be free without it. Your hard work, keep the roof on my caddy. Start better than goddamn. Let it gleam around it. Steady talking about some files pipe down. You ain't really gonna leave about it. You ain't taking to the streets about it. I ain't scared no protest. I keep some peace about it. But something for my money up, but we gon' see about it. Fight back, fight back. I don't need no martial arts, martial law. Show you Desert Eagle screen the ladders. And this money printer still gon' burn. Interest rates can't sink without a shit. Black rock can't sink without a shit. Big horse can't sink without it. Start using money for genocide, bitch. I think about it. Matter of fact, I just thought about it. Matter of fact, they just started bombing. Yeah, your money for the biggest problems. And the one on their biggest problems. Now y'all niggas wanna talk about it. Now y'all niggas wanna mile about it. Get mad, stop my bad because you all about it. Shit. Sorry, not sorry, but game is just game. Whatever your loss is my gain, and you sure lost a lot. That's why these pockets never drain. So when you tell your grandkids why they papa ain't paid, how they ancestors was a slave, how they gonna work to afford none, cause living costs never match living wage. Remember, let them know who created the game. A pimp named America, and don't forget to say a pimp name. You picking up what I'm putting down, baby?
You know, but sometimes you ask yourself, where's the peace? Everybody always talking about peace, but as long as you find peace in what you're doing, then you're successful. And that's what people don't realize. So you got to do stuff to where you can go to sleep at night. Because the glory is in you.
Let's get super.
Oh shit. Peace to the workers and architects. Make sure you take your shoes off before you enter the live. This is part 2 of yesterday. This is another Ghostwithmost production. I'm your host, Ghostwithmost. Well, I'm your host, Majin Brewster. This channel is based off realization, my research. Don't follow me just because I got a channel. I like to add, if you are following me, we're just going in the same direction. But do your own research. Sometimes you can't find an answer in the book. I be having a good ass connection, then shit just fail. Yeah. I don't know. Where's my I don't even know where my stream at. Hope I gotta reconnect with my shit. Connect with my shit. Yeah, shit, I don't even say I'm live. Oh, I do say I'm live. Alright, bet. So, I try to figure out where I left off at. I'm gonna look at it on my phone. Hold on, let me mute this. Okay, I figured it out. This music kind of loud. So basically, if you're new to this stream, yesterday we was talking about the psychological influence in Black conscious communities. Let me see something real quick. No, this one. I don't know, my computer moves slow right now. My connection was looking good. So yeah. So yeah, we was talking about the influence on how Black leaders, not Black leaders, but the conscious community, but people, the influence that people show in the conscious community. So we basically were talking about like how these conditions create educational gaps, economic equivalence, economic inequality, distrust in institutions, desire for cultural belonging. But these communities give you hope and community and direction and try to give you certainty, but it's a well-studied pattern. And I think the social movement theory was going over. So people naturally just like uncertainty when history appears fragmented or contradictory. A leader often completes examination and can be psychologically attractive, because a lot of people, like how they say, sapio sapiens. It's like they love knowledge. They get attracted to this, to these gaps in history, and that's how they get sucked right into these little communities that be popping up around the internet. So you just gotta, I'm not saying that you I'm not saying certain communities are bad or what. I'm just saying have discernment on what you're doing, because there's people that's out here to drain your energy. And always protect their energy. Drain your energy and your pockets on based on nothingness. So we went through Obama, we did Charleston, right? I think we were starting with well, I went on more, but I erased the video, so I'm gonna just start with my last video. Stop at. I hope I can make it through. Goddamn. Well, I don't have a good connection though. It's just tripping me out. Anyways. Obama. Yeah, I think Rizza Islam talking about Obama. Let's just go back to Rizza Islam. We'll go back over Rizza Islam and then continue with the video. Trying to find something. I can't find it. Here it is. Turn this shit off. Alright. Can y'all hear that? No, I can't even hear it. Oh.
Is that divisive? You think when you hear Tariq really like kind of divide black people between like immigrants and FBAs? Like, do you think that that's a useful framework to view things through?
Well, first of all, no, we can't necessarily be more divided than we've been in history. I'm sorry to say that, but it's already reached its apex, its climax, the top. That's number one. Number two, I know what he's doing is primarily focusing on us here because that's what we need to do. It's focus on our people here.
Hold on, I don't think it's shit. It was another Rizza song. Shit. He was talking about Obama. Oh, was it? Let me do it again, because I don't remember. Hold on.
I want to get into this with you a little bit. Obama.
Oh, yes.
Do you or do you not take the stance he didn't do nothing for black people?
You know this right here.
Interestingly enough, not enough black people have researched what he actually has or has not done. The thing is, he didn't do the thing that he should have done, which is what everybody's mad about, which is reparations. No black man would become president of the United States of America and do the very thing that helped America maintain her superiority over the very people that she enslaved. I'm not going to give you the thing that validates the evil that I did to you, put you in a position to do it, and then make myself look bad. It's not happening. I'm not going to give you reparations, and not for damn sure I'm not going to let a black man do it. He would have been assassinated.
Come on, man!
To be very clear, there's a layer as to how this works. One, he was selected before he was elected. Two, he's in the same seat that Nixon was in, same seat that Reagan was in, same seat that JFK was in. You think the seat changes? No! Just because you put a black face on white supremacy doesn't make it black supremacy. No! The seat doesn't change. This is the modern Rome, the modern Babylon, this is the modern Sodom and Gomorrah. He did not have the power to change this system. When a president is selected, when they go into the White House, there are already a preset set number of things and items that are to be done underneath that president's regime. Certain things that they put down that they want to be done under this person. Under Obama, kill Muammar Gaddafi. Under Obama, initiating the gay marriage circumstance. For now, does he need to take responsibility for his part? Abso-freaking-lutely. But he also is up against the very same system that enslaved our people. So I want us to make it very clear. We have to put things in context when we're talking. He was not the Superman who became the black man who's going to do everything for black people in Congress. 535 members are going to let him do this. All of these racist white people are just going to let him do this. It's not going to happen. Even if he really wanted it to happen, it wasn't going to happen. And this is what I need people to get. He was called for to be assassinated. They put up pictures, photoshopped and edited pictures of Obama as a witch doctor with a bone in his nose, him as a monkey, Michelle as a monkey, his 2 children as a monkey. They called him and her monkeys congresspersons. I'm talking about sitting at the time congresspersons. They were so racist, so wicked. Brother, I'm talking about to this day, white folks right now all over Twitter are saying Michelle Obama is a man. Wait a minute, let me make this very clear. To you black folks who run with that nonsense, the embarrassing side of this is you're allowing white people to utilize your emotions to benefit a white supremacist argument by saying, oh, she's a man, blah, 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 while at the same time not realizing that's exactly what they used to say to your ancestors, to your people all the time. They would attack black women just like they're doing now, but they're doing it by you helping them. I would never side with white people against my people. We want what we need to have that will not come by us going through the system. But we think we can get it by going into his system. See, the real reality, brother, is we have wanted justice for so long, not realizing you don't go to your slave master to ask for freedom. You separate and establish it for yourself. This is why you have your own schools, your own banks, your own grocery stores, your own transportation systems, your own everything. If you don't get justice from this system, like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if we cannot live in peace among you, among this system that is predominantly dominated by white people, then we must separate into our own. All these other people have their own thing, and they are not running around crying all day. Why? Because they have their own. They have their own everything. The problem is we don't want to focus more on unity and separation versus us focusing on some way to, like you said, take our hat off and go hat in hand to beg the white man for something else. When the reality is we have enough millionaires, we have enough athletes, we have enough actors, we have enough people in positions of authority, or at least with enough money to where we can come together and buy up acres of land, build our own schools, and we have our own schools. We need more of them, our own grocery stores, our own everything, to where we quite literally don't even need that system like that. We do have some black people in political positions. We got to put more pressure on them. So at a certain point, it's like we can't keep pointing at this one person or point at the same system that does what it does. I'm not going to get pissed off at a snake for biting me. It's a snake. Obama was in a den, a house of snakes, and you expected him to be able to handle all that by himself, when the reality is, yes, we were disappointed. We were shouting, yes, we can in 2008. I voted for him.
I voted for him twice, and you echoed it. He has done things for black people.
My uncle was one of those who were pardoned by Obama. My uncle had 2 life sentences. Obama released him along with a laundry list of other people. But you want things to be perfect when it's a black man. But when it's a white man, it's okay if things are broken. Oh, we're making excuses, whatever, let's move on. The problem is you want perfection. He was not going to be able to do anything perfect at all. He was barely able to do anything to begin with. Was it a partial psychological game that the enemy was playing? Absolutely. Goldman Sachs helped to sponsor and fund his campaign. He had a lot of people behind him on both sides, because like you said, it was the white and the black vote that got him in, obviously. But there were people playing games and using him to do certain things that were not good. But they used him to do what they wanted. Like you said, Congress and international bankers and things. So we can't just put it all on him. You got to remember the seat that he's in. And it's not justifying, because he does have to take responsibility for the negatives. If he has to take responsibility for that, we have to be able to applaud the good at the time. We can't just attack him. Like I told people when they were looking at me when I was in political science class, I wanted to be mayor of Compton. I told the mayor of Compton this. When I won an award by the mayor and city council, I shook his hand and I told the city council, and I told him, I said, I'm going to be the mayor of Compton one day. He looked shocked. I said, no, it's going to happen, because I thought the best way to help our people was to go into politics, become the mayor, become a senator, and become president. That's what I thought. I was so wrong. When I learned in my first class of political science, when they explained that politics is not controlled by those who vote, politics is controlled by those who have the money and the power to control. And at that point, that let me know that I will never be able to go and help my people in the way that I want to by going through that system. Obama, just like many others, believe in that system. They believe in it so much they are willing to fight to maintain it, not realizing it was not developed nor created to maintain or sustain the survival of your people. It was maintained to create and sustain someone else's survival. We have to establish our own, and that system will respect us as they see us doing our own damn thing and protecting our own thing. Tulsa was one of the over 60 all-black towns that we had, bro. And the problem is we don't want to do it again because psychologically we fear that the white man's going to blow it up again. Not realizing it's 2023. We can protect what we got. So stop being so damn afraid and just do it, rather than pointing at the few black people who we don't agree with, or this person, Obama. I get all that. But if we want to take it serious, if there will be another black president, okay. If there won't, fine. We have to do our own thing at the end of the day. We can't keep pointing over there because they're going to do what they're going to do. We need to do what we need to do.
I want to get into this with you a little bit. Obama.
So there's two type of coons in America. I would say maybe 3, but still got niggas out here shucking and jiving.
Oh my God. This here's my best friend, Sleep and Eat.
And this here's my best friend, Man Tan. And we are two real coons. We
the hustle and bustle of uptown Harlem.
The Big Apple, New York, and New York, skyscrapers and everything.
To return to our roots.
Our Alabama home. That's right. We is countrified. We is showing up Bamas. Here come the Bamas.
No more city slickers. Can't you smell that sweet aroma of high cotton and ripe watermelon?
Nigga, now don't you get me to sniffing. Now why don't you show us some of them there educated feet? Cousins, first, second, third, and distant. Why don't you let Man Tan take you back to a simpler time? A time when men was men?
Yeah.
And women were women?
Yeah.
And niggas knew they place.
Oh, yeah.
Cousins,
You know, he's actually a famous tap dancer.
want you all to
He
go to
really
your
like light
windows.
skin.
Open them up.
Go to your windows and yell out. I'm tired of
And that's
the drugs.
everybody should know him.
I'm tired
Famous
of the
actor,
crack
comedian.
babies born out of wedlock to crackhead aid-infested parents. I'm tired of the inflated welfare rolls while good homesome Americans bring less and less of their paycheck home every 2 weeks.
And that's a long time, too.
I'm tired. You're tired. We're all tired
That's,
of all these so-called
what's his name?
Bible thumping,
Swing down, sweet low.
God fearing,
GP, are you with me?
whore-moggling professional athletes.
You the fine motherfucker, baby. Back that ass up.
Cousins, I want you to go to your windows. Yell out. Scream with all the life you can muster up inside your bruised and battered, assaulted bodies. I'm sick and tired of niggas, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
That boy something else. Once he get to talking, Lord have mercy, he done did it again. Well, let me get him on up now. I got something for him. Watch it. Kind of like a magistrate. Got to do the watermelon patch. Got to do the running man. Got to do the running slave. Now watch this. Doctor don't know nothing about these. Here I go. Yeah. Come on now. Come on. I'm rubbing the genie's lamp. Come on, it's an emergency situation. It's emergency. Clear! Them nigga apples work every goddamn time.
Nigga apples.
Let's do this here. Boy, you lucky we ain't in the jailhouse. I'll be like Captain Kirk at the Enterprise going into the big black hole. Give me one. Hut one. Hut
Yeah,
one.
there's so many subliminal
Man,
messages.
Here we go now. I'm running to you.
Come on out.
This shit right here is so controversial back then. I think this was a Broadway show that what his name is. I can't even think of people's names right now. What is his name? Spike Lee. Spike Lee came out with this.
Boston White champions the South running hip hop and how New York rappers is too far from the plantation.
The South don't rock with you, it's kind of, you're limited. It has to go through the South. If the South don't love it, you're limited.
Nigga, right now, everybody got to bow down to the South. West Coast ain't popping. If West Coast ain't getting it, them shaky boogie niggas up north ain't getting it. The East Coast niggas ain't getting it. Nigga, you got to come through the South. Because, nigga, this is where your soul lies. This is where the soul of music stems and builds from, nigga. This is where your ancestors
Am I YouTube cut off?
So how else you gonna tap into the soul of what you is, nigga? And you can't come stand a nigga on the blood and the sweat and the tears of the ancestors. They too far away from the plantation. They don't know the drum beats no more. Yeah, they too far from the plantation, nigga. Yeah, but nah, nigga, we took over the rap game, homie. And there's nothing that you know, Drake came in and nigga, what Drake had to do? He had to come down south to get to where he at. If you want
Boston White champions the South.
So how you feel about that? The North, and the South. I feel like the South, since I'm from the South, I'm born and raised, my whole family from the South. Been down here for the longest, probably centuries, but cause I traced my family back to the 1850s. My dad's side to the 98, something like that. But yeah, if I notice with northern people, cause I got people that stay up north too. On my dad's side, so I'll be back and forth of New York and Connecticut and Philadelphia and all that shit. And I can say like their mentality is definitely different. Like you can tell the difference between the cultures. Like I love cause I travel a lot too, so I love listening to the way the music bounce off the walls or the vibrate off the walls, and you can understand the culture through the music. But yeah, it's more aggressive, and in the city, like they all angry. You know, so you can see what happened at the next game. Motherfuckers told the damn city up just because they been wearing in years type shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Southerners are more rooted, I can say. Cause I remember, like, I don't know, South just feels like home, my nigga. Like, come home, my nigga. I've been to the West Coast, in Cali, but the South is like, nigga, it's like Sunday morning type shit. Ain't it Sunday morning right now? Yeah. Sunshine and type shit. Sunday
You're
church type
eat
shit.
from the ground.
That's
how the squabble started. They said it was Cain or Abel. I don't know which one it was. But one of them gave God some vegetables and one of them gave God some meat. And God liked one more than he liked the other, so he made the two boys jealous of one another. They're goddamn lies. God can't eat no meat. They used to cut the dogs and let the blood be on the thing and they smell it. God smelled. He couldn't eat. So King James said, eat your meat. King James said this, so everybody believe in King James. That ain't God's book. That's the Englishman's book. And that's the first book they gave us to read, to forgive them for what they done to us. And what did we do? All of them holler they Christians. How you a Christian? How you a Christian hating on somebody? How you a Christian jealous? How you a Christian that don't give nobody nothing? You the devil, motherfucker. Point blank. Everybody said they believe.
So this is Charleston Wright's mentor. Talks about something, but I guess. Well, yeah, let's get into Charleston Wright now. Because he is I don't want to say he's influential, but he has been like a sort of influence towards the black community, and he getting called out. What's going on my stream? Here it is.
Even the devil neither, but I know man the devil. I know man is wicked. Man is running this. God ain't got nothing to do with this shit down here. Now we finna see what's finna happen.
Man, I I got so many questions.
We'll bring it back.
Yeah, how long has it been?
Bring them racks over here to me.
Yeah, we're gonna run it back.
I'll be back Monday.
Like,
so you know,
get
so
one
he want me to come back to
some
our
real
school.
shit.
We want me to go get Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry and tell them, say, y'all quit going over Africa and y'all come over here and build some school for the black children over here. What about these black babies? That's what he called me today for. Yeah. So y'all went and found a black baby up out the ghetto who mama was a drug kingpin. He raised in the streets, want to do different, and he's a weirdo rapper. So y'all finna start a school in the rap label. Yeah, y'all finna start a school in the rap label. This the first rap I'm signing out of West Dallas.
You got a hard job, little brother.
So he gonna be a snitch, snitching ass rapper, little skinny ass thing.
6, 7, and 3 extras.
And he take care of all the kids.
And don't follow nobody never, and tell the fools to quit following a fool. Yeah. Tell the fools to quit following a fool.
That's why I mentioned Georgia White, man. I'm not easily influenced. I'm a strong-minded man. I see
Fool follow fool.
Things he said, the things he did, you can't get no respect.
You can be anything you want to be now. You can be anything you want to be now. They got books. You can be anything you want to be. Anything you want to be, you can be it. A long time ago, you couldn't be what you wanted to be. Malcolm X wanted to be something. The white woman told him, fool, you can't be this. You can be anything you want to be now, anything you want to do. And you teach your kids, and then you teach them about Russia, and you teach them about China, and you teach them about North Korea. Don't teach them about no white boy, no black boy. They can't learn nothing fooling with a white boy and a black boy. Cause white boy and a black boy don't know a goddamn thing, but be evil and talk about one another and try to fuck over one another. That's all the white boy and the black boy know about.
What the fuck this nigga talking about?
Ground.
Well, I handed him the gun out the back.
So
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled off.
Miss Sessions is a teenager.
And then what happened?
He fired.
Doolittle is accused of
June 16, 1993, 16-year-old Charleston White takes the stand to testify against friend in the murder shoplifting incident. Rat, snitch, agent, informant.
Gunning down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and 2 other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991. Witnesses say Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out the car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away. White repeated the conversation he says he had with Doolittle after the shooting.
He said, look, you shot him.
And what did he do?
Started laughing.
Levy had been married only 4 days when he was shot.
but I always had my dreams of my Prince Charming. I found him. And it's hard to believe, but I did. And I believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
White will be testifying against all 3 of his buddies in exchange for a maximum sentence of 12 years. A juvenile judge reduced the charge from capital murder to murder against Doolittle, so the teenager faces from 5 years to life in prison if he's found guilty.
Well,
I made a fucking killing so far. I made over $12,000 so far off the Mellow Boy. The shirts are selling. Make sure you get those Watermelon Felon shirts at www.therealcharlestonwhite.com. I made a fucking killing so far. I made over $12,000 so far off the Mellow Boy.
Charleston White has announced that he's going to start selling Watermelon Felon t-shirts after falling out with Carmelo Anthony's father. Now, let me make this clear. Charleston White has never been a representative for the black community. He is not an activist, and for all of the people talking about we should cancel him, he's not even relevant enough to cancel. He is a person who comes on the internet and has learned how to manipulate these algorithms by doing a bunch of wild shit, saying some wild shit so his name could stay trending and people want to actually do interviews with him. He's not that important. He's just like the rest of these motherfuckers who clout chase for money. So that, and they usually don't stand for shit. That's why he been flip-flopping the whole time during this whole case. So now that he's standing with the Metcalf family is not surprising. But he's doing the exact same thing that he accused the dad of doing. Everybody's trying to make a dollar off of this young man, and it's sad because nobody's truly in his corner trying to help him. But yes, good luck to him in his little t-shirt sales and all that bullshit. If y'all support this foolishness, you're crazy as hell. To be honest with you, I say stop even talk about him so that way his name could die down off the algorithm and he can go on about his business and hopefully go get a real fucking job.
Look at that police vest on.
Charleston White has announced that.
Secret Service Sam here, and it's about time we have a chat about Charleston White. What is he doing? He made shirts that say Watermelon Felon with Carmelo Anthony's face as a watermelon. As you know, Jeff Metcalf called him this racist name. And Charleston White, I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but here's the problem with it. Some people say online, you know, we need to call him Flipper, the friendly and the not-so-friendly dolphin. But people say what he's trying to do is fool people and whatever and just sell these shirts. I don't think that's what he's doing. And let me tell you what's very dangerous about what he's doing. Because you got all these Chud the Builders out there who look at him wearing that shirt in the supermarket and wherever the hell else he's wearing it out, and they're like, see, he gets it. No. What he's doing is Stephen A. Smithing. He's the one guy on Fox News who repeats the racist rhetoric, and this is what keeps racism alive. You see, racists thrive off the one black guy who agrees with their racist thoughts. And that is what Charleston White is doing right now. So keep your eye on him, his real eye, because he's just doing it for the money. He's doing it for, I don't even know what. I don't ever believe he was going to give $75,000 to the family. He's been flip-flopping back and forth, and that can't be trusted. Because whatever his intentions are, he needs to understand he's inspiring racists to be more racist because they see him wearing that shirt, a black man, and they think it's okay. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world. Stay woke! Secret Service Sam here, and it's about time we have a chat about Charleston White. What is he doing? He made shirts that say water...
W, look at that. Wet bowl, look at that. This for the city, bitch. Hey, and stop playing Carmelo Anthony, you stupid bitch. I told you I was gonna get your ass. No, real G shit, bro. Fuck the money and all that. What he said about Carmelo Anthony was wrong. He stay playing with the blacks.
So, baby, Charleston White came to New Orleans. I don't know if he was actually in New Orleans, but my boy Heem got him all the way together, okay? Heem, shout out to him. If y'all don't know who he is, he's a local food critic. He goes by Real Reviews All Hood. Baby, when I tell you Heem, like, what's up? What you was saying about Carmelo Anthony? When I tell you Charleston White didn't want to give him no kind of eye contact, he was turning his back to him. And see, that's what I'm saying. I think him even said that in a part of the video. It's like you be all on social media, all in front of the camera, yelling and jumping and doing all of that. But then when a nigga in your face, trying to have a conversation, you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk. Shout out to him. You represented very well, my boy. Charleston White didn't want to see you, baby. He didn't want to see you, him.
W, look at that. Wet bowl, look at that. This for the city, bitch. Hey, and stop playing Carmelo Anthony, you stupid bitch. I told you I was going to get your ass. No, real G shit, bro. Fuck the money and all that. What?
Charleston White, let me tell you one motherfucking thing, you motherfucking earth disturber. You get on my motherfucking nerves just deliberately going out there fucking with motherfucking people. Like you got Boosie's son locked up. For what, Charleston? You went to Atlanta to found the motherfucking trouble. You left your house to found the motherfucking trouble. You a federal motherfucking agent. And ain't nobody gonna tell me different. They let you on the motherfucking team. They let you on the team like they did that white boy. Y'all know the white boy they did like that on 8 Mile. No, was that on 8 Mile? Who did the white boy, I done put that, you know back in the day, the white boy Rick. Nigga, you act like you white boy Rick. What the fuck, nigga, where you come from? What, you got the same deal white boy Rick got? I mean, I want to know. Because I think you an informant. I really do. I really the fuck do. Because the police don't even be looking for motherfuckers the way you be looking for them. Yes, baby. The police, they don't look for motherfuckers the way you look for them. Yeah, nigga, who sent you? How did you get here? Who sent you? Yeah. You a pawn, bitch. You a pawn, bitch. Ain't no way around it. And fuck you. Yeah, fuck you because you fucking with people. You want people to fuck with you. You gaslight people. You want Boosie to say something to you. You want Boosie to say something. Motherfucker, you probably go home and jack off of Boosie. Yeah, nigga, you fucking weird fucking with them. You weird, dude. Charleston Wright, let me tell you one motherfucking thing, you motherfucking earth disturber.
Yeah, she ain't never lied. But, yeah, Charleston White never started fucking on Boosie. Boosie with a GTA is you know what I'm talking about? But, and they can't touch that man right now.
I think Charleston White is an industry plant. You cannot convince me that that man is not a plant and that that man is not a fucking agent of chaos. And speaking of agents of chaos, if you don't know what that is, everything that Charleston White is doing right now and everything that he's been doing over the past few months, that is what an agent of chaos does. That is an agent of fucking chaos. It is their job to cause fucking chaos, destruction, and fucking confusion. It is their job to confuse the people. It's all smoke and mirrors. Charleston White is a fucking act and a clown show. He's a whole character. The way he got the shucking and jiving, the way that man got the shucking and jiving after that dude father was like, you laughing now. Yeah, you gonna see. The way he got on his motherfucking phone very quickly told me all I needed to know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Metcalf dad must have got wind of what Charleston White was saying when he was on Team Anthony. And so he said, oh, you laughing now, you know, I'm going to show you whatever. I'm going to show you who's going to be laughing. Next thing you know, not within 24 hours, Charleston White goes on his motherfucking camera phone, turn on his camera phone, and declare that he's siding with the Metcalfs, apologizing to that man, hooting and hollering, shucking and motherfucking jiving. You cannot tell me that man is not a fucking plant. That man is a distraction, and he is destructive as fuck to the black community. I think Charleston White is an industry plant.
When are we going to cancel Charleston White? We have the biggest class clown in the back of the class throwing spitballs. The devil is a liar. And they say the devil has one eye. So does Charleston White. The devil always tells lies. So does Charleston White. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. And y'all think it's funny. Always just acting. Always just entertaining. Who's entertained? The people that's already failing in life think he's funny? Hypocritical people think he's funny? I can't with it no more. I'm sorry, my stomach hurt. I can't with it no more. You gonna tell me Charleston White ain't a government plan? Really? Really? Alright, whatever. And I'm so irritated. I feel like I got a rash every time I look at this nigga. start to itch all over the place. You start to feel like you, man, listen, this is the man that's selling you that he fights for the children and he's on the front line. But while the world is watching and they looking for that bank account, if Charleston White put up $75,000, how much you think he gonna have left in his bank account? Don't believe the hype. Don't. When are we gonna cancel Charleston White?
This nigga got some controversy going behind him right now, so you know what I'm saying, take the best, leave the rest. Who's next?
Was actually a white guy, who started the Black.
Oh yeah. So
when are we gonna cancel Charleston?
Hold on. Let's go into something real quick. Black Lives Matter. So I found it's kind of funny. Hold on. That's okay. The fuck is this? No, nigga. Black So Black Lives Matter. Hold on one second. Let me get that right. All right. So still alive. All right, bet.
Witches run Black Lives Matter?
And maybe I'm sharing too much, but we become very intimate with the spirits that we call on regularly, right? Like each of them seems to have a different presence and personality. You know, I laugh a lot with Waukesha, you know, and I didn't meet her in her body, right? I met her through this work.
It's a very important practice. Hashtags for us are way more than a hashtag. It is literally almost resurrecting a spirit so they can work through us to get the work that we need to get done. I started to feel personally connected and responsible and accountable to them, both from a deeply political place, but also from a deeply spiritual place. And always, you know, in my tradition, you offer things that your loved one who passed away would want, you know, whether it's like honey or tobacco, things like that. And it's so important, not just for us to be in direct relationship to our people who've passed, but also for them to know we've remembered them. I believe so many of them work through us.
Black Lives Matter is ran by 3 witches who are lesbian witches. Alicia Garza, Patrice Cullors, and Opa Tometi. She's of Nigerian descent. They are all 3 are part of the Black Boule Secret Society, and there are
Witches run Black Lives Matter?
That nigga about to go in. I don't need the rest of that. Is my thing working? Let's go to the next video.
Witches run.
So this is founder Patrice Coyer. Founder Patrice Coyer has tragically lost 2 of her 3 Los Angeles mansions in the current wildfires. Where she get all that money from? Saxophone getting louder. I think my voice messed up. Hold on. I gotta fix my voice. Is there a way I can collaborate this shit? Yo, Justin. I gotta exit out. I'll be right back. Hang on. You see like this side of my screen? You can. Yeah, fix that. Let me fix that. Yeah. The fuck? I forgot what I was doing. Is it two of these motherfuckers? Testing. Alright, bet. Alright.
That the founders of Black Lives Matter pride themselves on being abolitionists. They want to abolish the old systems of white supremacy, the systems which keep Black America away from garnering our true generational wealth and financial freedom in this horrible country, which makes it somewhat odd that they invested $32 million into the stock market. Wall Street, what a great way to abolish the system of white supremacy. Invest in stocks. I think that the IRS docs in the end lead to more questions than they do answers. And if you were an individual who gave to this organization, a well-meaning individual who gave because you thought it was going to help Black America, then you should get answers to those questions. All that the founders of Black Lives Matter pride.
The Black Lives Matter co-founder
Not this
bought a
nigga, man.
house
I don't remember putting that
in
again.
all white neighborhood.
Some millions of $1 million home, a multi-million dollar home.
Yeah, 1.4 million, I think that's what it was, in an all white neighborhood. And a lot of people were upset about that.
Why?
Because I mean, she took
Yes, sir.
money that was donated to Black Lives Matter to move around white people.
Well, black people didn't donate the money. So what they mad for? Think about this, huh? Black people ain't gave $9 goddamn to Black Lives Matter. Them been white folk giving that. Liberal white folks, homosexual white folks, gay white people. It's been everybody but black folks giving to Black Lives Matter. Now keep this in mind. Black Lives Matter is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So they have to hire her as the CEO. So she gets a salary. Right? She gets a salary. Bad as it sounds, they get a salary. Goodwill, 501c3, they get salaries. And they get good salaries. That's why black people try to get them a 501c3. So don't get mad at her for doing what black people do every day. That's why you think everybody got a nonprofit.
Yeah.
They trying to get the goddamn money so they can go buy them a house in the white folks neighborhood. Who want to live a bunch of niggas? And you got this kind of money. Nigga, please. Who want to live a bunch of niggas with this kind of money? Nigga, everybody trying to get to the white folks neighborhood. We all live. Y'all didn't get mad at Snoop Dogg. He live around white folk. Y'all ain't mad about Jay-Z and Beyonce. He got some niggas money went all around white folk. So they just being hypocritical. I mean, we all want to get us some money and go live around white folk. At least I know I do. Shit. So she probably worked for that money. And by the way, black people, y'all don't get a Black Lives Matter no way. So stop complaining. They just want something to complain about, homie. Woman ain't done nothing wrong.
The Black Lives Matter co-founder.
Shut your bitch ass.
Goofyler, y'all been waiting for this video. Now I will tell you exactly what the BLM founder spent all y'all donation money on. This has all been fact checked, by the way. Firstly, she gave her brother $900K for security services to his nonprofit. Then gave her baby daddy $1 million for produce live events and creative services. Then proceeds to give another founder $2 million. Invested $32 million in stocks. Spent a whopping $37 million on grants, real estate, and charter on private flights, according to Doc tax files. But don't worry, she was kind enough to reimburse the organization $73,000 out of the $37 million that they spent. This explains how y'all got $6 million mansions for no reason. She claimed that they had way too much money to manage and it was all common mistakes. What do you guys think? Goofyler, y'all been waiting for this video. Now I will tell you exactly what the BLM founder spent all y'all donation money on. This has all been fact checked, by the way.
Most black people know that BLM the whole time was a scam. In fact, and I hate to be one of those people, right? But I have it on a old hard drive. I am the first person I know. I did it on my show, the Liberated Show. In 2016, when Trump was running for office, I said BLM is an LGBTQ front. If you go on their website, everything was against the nuclear family. They didn't consider black men at all. You know what I'm saying? So and then the original Black Lives Matter was a brother named Darren Seals who started it in St. Louis over the Mike Brown issue. He got killed mysteriously, and then they hijacked the term. Most black people, see, this is what I'm saying. They don't bring real black people in the media. They get liberal leftist blacks and then coon conservative blacks, but they never go to the real black community and get people who are saying certain things because they want to present it in a certain light either way. Most black people know that BLM the whole time was a scam. In fact, and I hate to be one of those people, right? But I have it on a old hard drive. I am the first person I know. I did it on my show, the Liberated Show, in 2016 when Trump was running for office. I said BLM is an LGBTQ front. If you go on their website, everything was against the nuclear family. They didn't consider black men at all. You know what I'm saying? So and then the original Black Lives Matter was a brother named Darren Seals who started it in St. Louis over the Mike Brown issue. He got killed mysteriously, and then they hijacked the term. Most black people, see, this is what I'm saying. They don't bring real black people in the media.
I believe Black Lives Matter was a failed revolution and a missed opportunity, but it's okay. It's going to give us a glimpse of what we need to do because there were some things about Black Lives Matter that I think were very important for our culture to get on the same page on. So Black Lives Matter had the ability, right, and potential to be a true revolutionary movement. In the early days of Black Lives Matter, they were driven by a real grassroots anger at systemic police violence and racial injustice and economic oppression, right? It had no clear leaders, positive, making it harder to target and buy out individuals. That was awesome, right? It was decentralized. Protest was everywhere. That's what I like to see, right? It made it unpredictable. And it was about real power structures, right? Initially, it was about the militarization of the police, right? Government brutality, systemic racism, right? It united people across racial and class lines. Many working class marginalized people found common cause in that, right? That was beautiful. Now we'll talk about what made it a threat. If it had continued on its original path, Black Lives Matter would have ignited a nationwide movement against police militarization, mass surveillance, economic equality. A truly radical version of Black Lives Matter would have targeted corporate control, political corruption, and police prison industrial complex. We would have went all the way. Instead, it was turned into a corporate-sponsored protest movement with no real systemic demands, right? Like they neutralized us bad, right? But it's our first time, right? Because we were regaining kind of public conscious on black issues that had been lost after Coin had showed up. The moment elites saw
yeah. Black Lives Matter some bullshit. Everybody knew that shit. Well, I knew that shit. I could see through that bullshit. But yeah.
So you mean to tell me, you telling me that old girl done ran off with y'all money? The Black Project 2025 girl done ran off with y'all coins, with y'all donations, and decided to make it and turn it into a cryptocurrency? How? Last I checked, we were supposed to be organizing and strategizing and being strategic to come up with Black Project 2025. And she done took the motherfucking donations, bitch. She done pulled a Dr. Umar and came out with a cryptocurrency. Listen, stop donating to these people. Stop. I followed. I was like, okay, yeah, if it happens, it's all good, you know, because I don't like being cynical about things, even though that be in the back of my mind, that it's going to end up being a bunch of fuck shit anyway. Baby, she was a scammer. Where is the money, girl? People is about to come after you. You need to get on your motherfucking Zoom, okay? Because you see these comments. So you mean to tell me?
Yeah, I remember Project 20, Black Project 25. Yeah, shit getting wicked out here. Some more shit in it. Some way more shit in it.
Real quick. Do you all remember Black Project 2025? You all remember this pseudo movement on social media that I took a lot of backlash for when I said that it wasn't well thought out, or that you can't fight capitalism with capitalism and hope to move past oppression? Y'all remember that? A lot of y'all unfollowed me because of that. So here's my question. Where is it now? And I did think it was a red flag that while some of you old pseudo-intellectuals were running around here talking about Project 25 during the campaign season instead of talking about how you're going to get people to the polls to vote, but I digress. But did anybody think it was a red flag when Black Project 2025 came out and you all were fighting against Project 2025 and you thought adding black in front of it was some kind of flex? Okay, yeah, some of y'all are tuned out by now, but for those of y'all who still stayed, I understand that the young lady who started it dissolved it this way.
Our internal CPA just got started last week, and as you guys know, we've been in the process of building our team and infrastructure for the last 4 months. However, after days and days and days of reflection, I have made the tough decision to fully dissolve BP 2025 holistically. And this is not a very easy decision for me to make. As you know, we've got over 50 volunteers that show up and donate their time to this mission. We've got people who have donated their hard-earned money because they believe in the mission and would love to see it press forward. However, due to the spread of misinformation online, whether verified or not, I have been called a thief, I have been called a scam artist, and I have been threatened.
Now, before I get to this money, I want to say the following. As somebody who does the work in the community on a regular basis that you could actually see, we don't raise anywhere near this kind of money. Matter of fact, we don't raise 5% of this kind of money on a yearly basis. But I digress. Here's the thing. In the video, they talk about, well, the young lady talks about why she's dissolving, and she talks about death threats and all that stuff. First and foremost, if you are not prepared to receive death threats by doing work that you are saying liberates the black community, then maybe you shouldn't get into doing that work. Yeah, because you're going to receive death threats and even more. Name calling, lies, misinformation, and yet I'm still here. But that's what you do when you're seriously committed to what you're doing. Now, my other question was, if you donated any money to this GoFundMe page that had, at the time it was paused, raised $102,950, my question is, just checking, have you got a refund yet? Have you got a refund? Yeah. And I was thinking about all of this because I have similar critiques of people calling on a boycott of the SEC to address the Voting Rights Act of 1965 and the Supreme Court decision that put a nail in its coffin. And I was just wondering,
yeah. Connection was looking good for a second. Nice. Oh, there it is. Scan back. Let me do this. Make this right here. Nope. But yeah, y'all. Black Project 2025 was crazy. Let's go to the next one, I guess. So shit ain't playing. I ain't got time to be waiting.
Manifesting a Lamborghini is crazy work when you are not answering
I ain't going
questions
back.
about where did that $100,000 go. Now, child, I done fell down the rabbit hole of Black Project 2025.
Now, back in November, Anaya, who runs this ad agency called Media Buying Besties, and she started this project titled Black Project 2025. And it was supposed to be in stark contrast to what Project 2025 was getting ready to do in the White House. And in one of her initial videos, she had created this link where people could sign up. And at the time this was taken, about 4,700 members had signed up, which is pretty amazing. Now, after Anaya had got her project off the ground, her and somebody by the name of Alana Banks had organized this GoFundMe, which had raised about $103,000. So after that occurred, everybody knew that this project was getting ready to take off. Now, while organizing this project and getting the group members to sign up, they then launched their Discord server as well as a website. And on that website, these are all the job listings, roughly around 20 of them, that they had open to help people start to initiate this Black Project 2025 project. Now, of course, all the roles were volunteer roles, which is totally fine because this is a new project getting off the ground. Now, at the time of launching those job listings, the Discord server, as well as organizing all the people who signed up, they also launched a LinkedIn, and they only have 2 members listed as active employees for the Project 2025 project. Now, fast forward to January 20th of this year, and the organizer, Anaya, the one who began Black Project 2025, introduces something called KIN.
It is our very own BP 2025 cryptocurrency that's going to not only allow us to power our mission, but also allow you to invest in an asset that can grow in value as our awareness does.
Baby, as soon as she announced that cryptocurrency, she done sent the internet up in smoke, because ain't nobody asked for no cryptocurrency. And after she had launched the cryptocurrency, that's when people started to separate a little bit from Black Project 2025, because they were like, we thought we were doing community organizing in order to be able to get Black focused agendas basically into Washington. If you go to the NAACP's website, they talk about what Project 2025 is doing and the impacts it has on the Black community. Specifically, dismantling affirmative action and weakening discrimination laws, and reduce the enforced power of Equal Opportunity Commission, or the EEOC, threatening to reverse gains made in employment equity and equal opportunity. Project 2025 also would include rolling back key environmental protections, reducing the enforcement of the environment regulation, and prioritizing of industrial and corporate interests over community health. And when you go to Black Project 2025's initiative, or their mission statement, only thing that they actually discuss is, we're on a mission to drive economic unification, fuel development, and create a legacy through innovation and shared success. Which is really a stark contradiction of launching a cryptocurrency. Because when she first started discussing Black Project 2025, she made no mention of a cryptocurrency. She did talk about centralizing everybody's money in order to be able to build projects like grocery stores and hospitals and things of that nature, but nothing of a cryptocurrency. But I'm going to play back her first video that was launched after the election so you can hear if what their mission statement actually aligns with what she first proposed.
What if we had a Black Project 2025? Hear me out. I know it sounds crazy, but this is my vision. What if all of us were to get into a group? Okay, I'm talking doctors, lawyers, engineers. There's so many of us that are so talented, and we were to work together with our own Black agenda for 2025. I'm talking opening up Black-owned grocery stores in certain cities, Black-owned banks, so that way we can actually get our home loans and do what we need to do, our own doctor's offices, our own law practices, and we really were to just congregate and push towards our goals and our outcomes, right? And so this is how I envision it going. We can all get into this group. We can all donate what we have to donate on a monthly basis. And then basically we can have a CEO, we can have a CMO, and we can have a CFO that's in charge of leading the groups with the initiatives, right? We could have bi-weekly, monthly calls in regards to where we stand with our goals. So, okay, guys, we want a Black-owned grocery store in Los Angeles built and developed, August 2025. This is where we stand. This is how much we have funded. This is what's needed. This is where we are in the process. And we just go from there.
And now a cryptocurrency. And I think what makes this whole Black Project 2025 feel a little more egregious is that the creator of Black Project 2025, instead of updating people on, well, where's the project going now past the cryptocurrency, she's posting videos of inspiration of how she's going to manifest herself a Lamborghini. You have to understand that this video is just done in poor taste. Even if this video has nothing to do with Black Project 2025, the money that was raised, it just comes in poor taste when people have so many questions. Manifesting a Lamborghini is crazy work when you are not answering people's questions about where did that $100,000 go. Now, child, I done fell down a rabbit hole of Black Project. See, they was gonna let you slide with the kinfolk currency, but finding out you had people signing NDAs, friend, I think that ship has sailed. Now, shout out to Sleuth Gang, because apparently they have been raising the alarm about Black Project 2025 since early January. And in one of their initial videos, they did the Put the Finger Down challenge, where they discussed how they were actually involved in the early onset of Black Project 2025. And as soon as they got into the Discord server, basically everything went awry. I'm going to tag them below because they put together this 10-minute video with a bunch of screenshots, so I'm going to do my best to paraphrase it, but I encourage you to watch the full 10-minute video. Now, initially in their video, they discuss how they were trying to do some community organizing, like real live community organizing, because Sleuth Gang is from the Los Angeles area. Now, in this first screenshot from the Discord server, this is Sleuth Gang. This is their username. It's called Aesthetics. And they posted, so my original comment about finding people who were interested in helping volunteer in SoCal got deleted. And I got a message from the moderator saying that we're not allowed to organize in real time. They go on to say, what is the purpose of this group? Please don't delete this one. That's a valid question. If the whole Black Project 2025 was about organizing community, and you have people in your Discord server saying, hey, I live in this community, let's organize here, and their comments are being deleted, it starts to pose the question of, well, what are we really doing? And you can pause to read this, but this is when Sleuth Gang started to really start raising those questions, and then they were subsequently kicked out of the Discord server. Now, Sleuth Gang posted this moderator from the Discord server who was encouraging people to not initiate in-person meetups. And they go on to say, just to remind you, we ask members to avoid initiating in-person meetups. While we want to create opportunities for people to connect and share space, we also want to ensure this is done safely. Our legal team is working on this as we speak, and we hope to offer more information about it in the coming weeks. Why do you need a legal team for meetups? There's a literal website called meetup.com. So why would you need a meetup team? And I think it's interesting that they had phrased it as not doing meetups and speaking with the legal team first to ensure safety. Which is understandable because if anything bad were to happen in the meetup, then it would be directly connected to the Black meetup or the Black Project 2025 group. And I get that. But at the same time, though, what legal team? Does the whole Discord server, are they aware of the legal team? Did they post who the legal team is? And who's in charge of paying the legal team's retainer? And speaking...
Yeah, that be happening to me too. I be in like some of these Discord groups and I be asking questions and niggas be getting mad and shit. I be like, they want to kick me out. I just leave. Sometimes I just leave the whole server. But yeah.
Of that legal team, apparently this whole Black Project 2025 had individuals signing NDAs. Sleuth Gang posted an NDA that was sent to them. They claimed that they didn't sign it, and this is why they were able to come forward with their story. Okay, but why do you need NDAs? What is happening within the realm of Black Project 2025 that would require NDAs from individuals who are not being paid? Now, Sleuth Gang goes on to allege that the individuals who are a part of Black Project 2025, who are paid employees, are not Black. They didn't post any proof of that. I would like to see that. But if the individuals, the architects of Black Project 2025 aren't Black, then literally, what is going on? See, they was going to let you slide with the kinfolk currency, but finding out you had people signing NDAs, friend, I think that ship has sailed. Now, shut up.
So where is the crack about? Who that is? Who is that? Man. The Mac. What says the Mac with it? Within? They defend Tyreek like a hooker. That defend their pimp. Wait a damn minute. The Holy Book of Game. Tyreek Flex. King Flex Sheet. The Art Mac. You need to play this song right here for this niggas right here. Hold on. I'm gonna play this song for these niggas. This should be the song. I need to know I did. You did be my damn Twitch. I don't figure it out. Yeah, I think it would be my Twitch. You doing that? I guess, but we back down. I'm about to turn this shit off. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Getting hungry. Alright.
One of the original players from the Himalaya. Okay, now here's what this is. I'm an old Mac from where
macking and doing what you do with the ladies. Yeah, but I wasn't doing anything illegal. Just macking as far as going to the club and spitting game. I wasn't doing anything nefarious, so there's nothing to really explain as far as that is.
Tariq Nefarious.
The thing is, my book was just about dating and relationships. See, a lot of people who try to deliberately throw salt on what we're doing with the Hidden Color series, they'll try to say that my books was about pimping, and I've never written a book about pimping because I've never pimped anybody. I've never talked about doing that in any of my books.
A lot of young guys are, I'm a pimp, I'm a pimp, I'm a pimp. But you can tell in the attitude. I even wrote a book on the game, man. I got a book. I'm one of the 5 pimps in history to actually have a book about the game. That's why I'm so well known around the country. Besides my...
Niggas do not know you.
Macking and, doing what you do with the ladies. Yeah, but I wasn't doing anything illegal. Just macking as far as going to the club and spitting game.
This nigga here, where they find these niggas?
Explain as far as that is.
And you mad because you went out for my lineage. You a whining tether.
I don't know who the hell you think you
smoked
talking
out
to,
and
boy.
skinny and
I'm
ain't
the
gonna bust
real
a grape.
prince of these lands.
You ain't gonna do
nothing.
And you're
Pretty real. What are these
land
lands?
that needs to be developed. The Caribbean ain't doing too good, and you
What's the ab? What's the ab mean?
your FBI chain, little boy.
What does the ab mean in Aboriginal? I just want to know what does the ab mean?
Are we finished, Tyree?
Sassy punk.
Are we finished, Tyree?
Yeah. You just keep whining.
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask him what does the ab mean in Aboriginal? What does ab mean, right? Because we look at abnormal and aboriginal. Doesn't that mean? I'm trying to understand. See, this is the thing, right? And I get what the brother's saying. That's someone with American Indian lineage, right? But he's talking about. I get what he's talking about. But my thing is, why aren't they Arawakan in Haiti? Why aren't they Arawakan in Haiti, right? You trying to Arawak their way to the United States of America. Why aren't they Arawakan in Haiti, right?
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense because it's plebiscite jail. None of it makes sense. And we shouldn't try to make sense out of it. We got to understand where it comes from. It comes from these people who nobody pays attention to. And they have a problem with people like me and others who are influential. People like to listen to us. Don't nobody listen to that plebiscite babble. That's that.
Is that divisive? You think when you hear Tariq really like kind of divide black people between like immigrants and FBAs, like do you think that that's a useful framework to view things through?
Well, first of all, no, we can't necessarily be more divided than we've been in history. I'm sorry to say that, but we it's already reached its apex, its climax, the top. That's number one. Number two, I know what he's doing is primarily focusing on us here because that's what we need to do. It's focus on our people here before we go help other people. So that's number two. Number three, it can be divisive if we focus more attention on pointing at the differences rather than the similarities. And that's with anybody. That's not just with Tariq or myself or you. That's with anybody. We got differences. Yeah. That's a fact. Fried chicken versus Jollof. Yeah. Stop playing.
Exactly.
Right? But it's a cultural thing to it. And it's like, I don't care for either too much, but that's something that could be, we'll see. And it's like, okay, it's the comedy side of it now. Okay, now it's like, okay, cool. People get into that, but then you have others who say, okay, well, you have different things that you eat or dance or music or cultural paintings that reflect what we have over here too. Okay, so we can just find more things that we have in common. It's just that simple. So it can be divisive. That is a fact. But we need to focus more on what brings us together and unites us than what separates us. And I see Tariq do that too. That doesn't get promoted as much, where he does.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the connections we have, because we have a connection to the motherland.
Do you think Tariq's right that only the foundational black Americans should participate in the hypothetical reparations?
So the first thing is anyone who was dealt an injustice by the United States government where it was calculated and it was intentional should receive their just due. However, we just so happen to be the number one group of people who do not receive our just due. And at that point now it's very disrespectful. The Asians receive theirs. The Jewish state of Israel receives $8 to $10 billion off the top every year on the year since the mid-1940s, and their Holocaust didn't even happen here. Are you telling me the Chinese received theirs? Not a problem. The Italians, because you hung 11 of them off the coast, they received some too. All the rest of these people get their bag. But when it comes to us, those who built the nation, quite literally, were there other people who added certain pieces? Sure, America brought in people and forced them to do certain things. Internment camps for the Japanese, Chinese, different people, all that existed. The natives, you put them on reservations, you killed off a large percentage of them because of smallpox and blankets. General Amherst, who said, aren't you cold, don't you need blankets? And you killed off them and you said, I want to take the mineral well, take the oil, etc., etc. To this very day on reservations, they are suffering to the tune to where there is rape running rampant, crystal meth addiction, alcoholism, but we have all of this happening in the black community as well. And you don't give a damn about black folk. Why? Because they still use us as a commodity today. They still need us today in the prisons today. They have insurance policies, not only on rappers, but on prisoners today. It's all happening at this moment. So I can't acknowledge you because I'm still using you. I'm still benefiting from you. So I can't, it's a conflict of interest financially. So maybe down the line is their intention. We may give you something back. And they're going to say this: we can't afford it because so far I calculated that they owe us between $50 to $52 trillion. And that's just University of Ottawa over in Canada. One of the professors just calculated $8 an hour, for all the hours of free labor, boom, 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 calculated that for roughly, I think, over 100 years. And they came up with that figure for all of the over 40 million of us, et cetera. And the numbers, please fact check those numbers, but that's the idea. And they said that's roughly the amount that we are owed. And they said, we can't afford it. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but didn't you just send Kiev, Ukraine over billion dollars? Yeah. Didn't you send more money after that? Didn't you send money to Afghanistan for some blah? Didn't you you're sending money everywhere, but you're saying you can't afford it. No, print some more. Print some more. And then, and not only that, but it's the land, by the way. So we're going to get into that conversation. But yes, we should for sure receive our just due because everyone else has received theirs or are going to receive theirs. So we for sure deserve to have our just due.
Is that divisive? You think when you hear Tariq really kind of divide black people between immigrants and FBAs? Do you think that that's a useful framework to view things through?
Well, first of all, no, we can't.
Y'all, look at this. Good Lord Almighty. So this guy, Mr. Tariq.
Why is it doing that? So my YouTube said excellent, but this is bullshit. Whatever, keep going.
Mr. Nasheed and Mr. Woodsy's comments, and most of the comments are homophobic comments. I can't say most, a lot of them. Let's just say a lot of them. And I would say to you two gentlemen, and anybody listening, I'm going to say this. I am, to both these young, I don't know if this is a man or not, but I'm going to say this to this young man right here, right? He's younger than me. I'm 61. This guy's younger than me. I'm going to say this. You are old enough like I am to not be hurling homophobic insults at people. And you should be, like I am, unaffected by homophobic insult. You know why? Because there's nothing wrong with being gay at all. And I know all your followers that are commenting, the ones that are, and they're just spewing homophobic stuff. I know that probably makes you, I don't know, maybe it gives you some type of feel-good moment or something like that they're agreeing with you and they're tossing that stuff out. But you know what? In 2026, that stuff is old. It was old when you were young and in middle school, and it's old right now. It does. And it doesn't do anything to me. It doesn't hurt because, as I said, there is nothing wrong with being gay. I have lovely friends in the gay community all over the country and all over the world. And so you should leave that and get back to your argument. Now, this person, Woodsy, says that we're trying to downplay your political power. And I would ask you, Mr. Nasheed, to point me to your political power. Point me to results. Point me to some foundational Black Americans who have been elected, who are in office somewhere in the country and who are advancing the causes that you advocate. Because some of the other comments in these two threads are people laughing and mocking and ridiculing you for being aligned with Donald Trump. And so I'll just leave that there. So I am not going to get into back and forth. I'll leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your time on the Ghetto Twitter app.
That's crazy.
Y'all, look at this. Good Lord Almighty. So this guy, Mr.
In fact, the people who Tariq.
Come on, man.
Oh shit. Here we go
Tariq
again.
Nasheed has pimped, and yes, I'm saying pimped, because I have firsthand. Hold on, let me back up. Not unconsciously. Well, what I'm saying, I have firsthand account. He pimped a lot of us. Those who participate and those who watch and view his mess. And what I'm saying is, I've talked to the elders before now. I'm talking about years ago. And they said Tariq is a mess. But, you understand? I'm not look, people who try to get an opportunity, I get it. But get in and get out. Tariq is not for us. Don't get stuck with that man. I get why people would take the opportunity. But don't get stuck over there. Because Tariq is a problem. And what he wants to do is pimp people. And the fact I got sent the interview from a dear sister, and she in that interview that Tariq did recently, he said, I'm taking James Smalls off of everything. Look. And then people are going to sit around and be okay with that. Like Kaba, you putting stuff up, Baba Kaba, you putting things up like, look, it's time for your elders to step up. Go ahead.
The crazy thing is, years ago, I'm talking minimum 5 years. I want to say even before that, because Tariq been out for a minute. I was hearing other brothers, like, I'm going to say this, like Sarnetta. Now, I like Sarnetta. I like his channel, and I like, the debate, the conversations that he do. A lot of people be like trying to throw shots at him.
We diverge on that point, but yeah, go ahead.
I know.
I'm just clear. I mean, Sarnetta's okay. I mean, he's a human being. He's my brother, but he is a problem. But go ahead.
But what I was saying is, even on his channel, he was calling for the elders to come back out. Like when everything sort of moved from, being a vendor on the street to trying to do everything online and in videos, he was calling for the elders to come back out and like clear the air and make proclamations and straighten out some things, because Tariq Nasheed was out there, pivoting and slipping in between the cracks and building his little platform in ways that were counter to the overarching narrative. And most of the elders just ignored it. And I'm like, but again, so I'm just like, it is like, for me, it's high time that more people really, really started addressing and calling out.
And one thing pimps know well, and I'm calling them charlatans, they know that if he just makes a shift, we forget real quick. Yeah. And we're very forgiving people. And due to our trauma, we want to see us win. And the desire to see us win has us looking past some very fundamental problems. Like you this is what you do. I mean, anyway, I don't expect you to do anything more. Let me back up. I don't expect you to do anything more, because you utilize pimping skills. If people don't fall in place, you feel like you have the power. You want to remind people, look, you want to tell people's business. I gave them money and this and that and the other when he had this failing, all this type of madness, B.
It's pimping. It's all religion. And I mean, I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to throw religion in, what I'm saying, under the bus per se, but there's always been this long-standing, like, criticism of religion in general, that, it's a tool to control the masses. And so, there's big sections of the community who are divested from religion. You know, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, 600 on one hand, half dozen on another, but they're divested from religion. And so into somebody like Tariq Nasheed, who knows that even though you may have stepped away from religion, I can still get you with the same strategy.
Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So much controversy and a lot of deception. You don't know who's coming through with the light and reflection, and whose mouth is mumbling trick knowledge deceptive. Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So,
in fact, the
I don't know. Scam his FDA supporters out of over $1 million. Let's talk about it. Well, the scam actually was exposed on No Jumper by Brandon from Pan African, and Brandon explained that Tariq Nasheed wanted to open up an FBA museum called the Hidden History Museum.
I'm gonna fix it though. You know why? Because Tariq Nasheed is a good friend of mine, and so is Brandon, right? So I'm gonna try to get y'all to somewhat just talk on the phone and just watch it. Right? Talk on the phone? It's not even a museum, nigga. He's only doing comedy shows out of there. I was there, Josh. You was in there doing a museum tour? Is that, yeah, Flacco, you was up there at a comedy show. Oh, I thought, wait, what is, it was just on the walk past. Oh, I thought, okay, got you. I thought your lease was coming, sorry. Oh, you're seeing shit. Hey, did you go up there for a tour of the museum? Like, he walked you through and was like, this is this, and this is, or did you go up there for a comedy show? No, no. Right, when I went there, it was like a event there, right? But an event. Right? No, but, bro, I see, like, the stations. Like, but it's an event space. Like, what type of museum is it supposed to be? No, it's a fake history museum, pseudo history. Nah, but there's like historical stuff there, bro. Like, there's nothing historical there. It's a bunch of people who aren't even black.
Tariq Nasheed finds the perfect spot where he wants to build his new Hidden History Museum complex. However, he's going to have to fundraise millions of dollars.
Right now, I am in South Los Angeles on the world-famous Crenshaw Boulevard.
That ain't look like a
We
scammer.
want to build the first ever Hidden History Museum right here in the Leimert Park area of Los Angeles, which is the cultural epicenter of Black Los Angeles. Right on Crenshaw Boulevard, right here, there's an empty lot for sale, and it's in the perfect location for our Hidden History Museum. We want to acquire this lot.
However, after months of fundraising and there was no word about the Hidden History Museum, Tariq Nasheed finally comes back and tells his followers that the land that he wanted to purchase was actually given to some white people who wanted to open up a dispensary. However, according to the realtor who is selling the land, that was not true.
That's to it. Right now, we're still trying to get the museum, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a great example. Cash in hand. We went in there with cash in hand. I have the money to get the properties down there. We showed them proof of funds. We showed them the bank accounts. We have that. What you want, we got it. Where do we sign? Boy, they drug ass, would not let us get it. Sell that to somebody making a damn weed dispensary. And they gave it to them for less money than we.
That's crazy.
Tariq Nasheed continues his fundraising efforts and he is able to acquire a storefront. However, after the grand opening of the so-called Hidden History FBA Museum,
He raised $1 million.
about the Hidden History Museum. It turns out that once the Hidden History Museum made its grand opening, he rented out the museum to a white woman who was a realtor. So it was not really a museum space, but more of an event space that was available for rent. And I found her.
Hey everyone, it's Lady of Aspire. We are finally here today. We're setting up for a launch this evening. We're going to be at 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard, celebrating with our friends, our family, our clients, agents that we know, and agents on our team.
That's motherfucking crazy.
You're welcome to join. And I just want to give you a tour.
So to prove that Tariq Nasheed grifts off of his followers, a user online decided to send one of his people down to the so-called Hidden History Museum to make sure that he is grifting. The museum is kind of open, but the space has already been rented. Even though Tariq Nasheed said that his space was vandalized by white supremacists, it wasn't. He just rented it out to a white woman for, I believe, a 2-year lease. So he lied to his supporters.
There you go. You can take a look. Moochie Bear. Now, Moochie Bear went up there, and you can see to the left, it's the same equipment that was there when he purchased it. So he...
Now, she no longer rents the museum space. She has since moved on, and Tariq Nasheed began to hold parties because it's an event space. He was constantly having parties or comedy clubs, which he would advertise on his social media platforms. Even the permit that Tariq Nasheed filed for the so-called Hidden History Museum is not a permit for a museum, but a permit for an art gallery. Because you can serve alcohol in an art gallery, but you can't serve alcohol in a museum because why would you want to? So after all this time, did FBA finally get their museum? Well,
Kind of. But the bigger question that everyone is wondering, what did you do with all of that money? You wanted to purchase land to build a museum complex that would cost millions of dollars. You did not do that. Instead, you rented a storefront, and then you rented out the space to someone who was paying you monthly for rent. What did you do with all that money that you fundraised? How did Tariq Nasheed scam his FBA supporters out of over $1 million? Let's talk about it.
What happens when two convicted felons meet? They plot together. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about the leader of the Fools Begging Attention, or Fools Begging for Attention, FBA, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The original founder, Marcus Sanders, a.k.a. Tariq Nasheed.
His real name is Marcus Sanders.
Him and Trump are no different. And Trump's administration is actually using Marcus Sanders or Tariq Nasheed to create division among black people, okay? Tariq was convicted of capital murder, so you can go check that shit out. Go
let me fact check.
And just like Trump, you know, Trump's wife is not from America. You understand? She's from a different country. And Tariq's wife, her dad is Haitian, her mom is Jewish. So his own wife and children are not even considered fools begging attention, FBA. You understand? So he's managed to fool a lot of people, you know, black Americans, to stand up against other people. You understand what I'm saying? When his home life, you know, there's no FBAs in his home life, because the bloodline in his home life is Jewish, Haitian, and whatever else. I don't know what the fuck he is, because his name is Marcus Sanders, then changed his name to Tariq Nasheed after he was convicted of capital, you know, murder. Okay? So this is your leader. It's the same guy that wrote, I don't know, The Mac Within, The Art of Macking, wanted to pimp black women. You know, that was his take. You understand what I'm saying? That's who you calling a leader. That's you allowing to divide, to basically create division between your brothers and sisters and cousins and everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? That's who Tariq Nasheed is. And if y'all want to go that route, you know, the division route, oh yeah, we're going to perish. Because right now, what's happening, you know, he's a supporter of Trump. So basically, they're using him. Trump is using him. Because Trump himself, his kids, his wife, they should all be deported. You understand what I'm saying? They shouldn't even be in this country. If he's going to deport anybody, he needs to start with his own family. But I digress. Again, fools begging attention, FBAs, go do your research on your fake-ass fucking leader, okay? Because this division among black people, we're going to fight that shit. And that bullshit, whatever boycott y'all planning for tomorrow against African businesses, man, go fuck yourselves. What happens when two convicted felons?
Check this out. Let's go here. Y'all see this? We're gonna zoom in on this. I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Bet. Okay. Ghanaian drill rapper and crew got arrested in gang conspiracy charges. Oh no, that's not what I was looking at. Oh no. The fuck is this? It might be in the comments, maybe.